Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for being with us tonight on TCM, where we're featuring films starring Kim Novak. Up next, a comedy from the early 1960s that was more than merely a starring vehicle for Novak. It was also her first film and last as an independent producer. From 1962, Boys' Night Out. Novak spent the 1950s as a contract player with Columbia Pictures, battling often with studio chief Harry Cohn about everything from movie assignments to her name. Cohn wanted to name her Kit Marlowe, but Novak insisted on keeping her original, proudly Polish last name. In the early 1960s, Novak left Columbia and began what she hoped would be a long association with Filmways Productions, playing a role in developing movies as well as starring in them. Boys' Night Out marked the only movie produced by her company, Kimco. It features Novak as a sociologist studying the sex life of the typical suburban man by renting an apartment and spending one night each week with one of four men, played by James Garner, Howard Duff, Tony Randall, and Howard Morris. Three of the men are married and more interested in talking about their own idiosyncrasies. Garner is the only bachelor, and I believe you can see where this is going. Far from being a sex farce, Boys' Night Out is more about the importance of commitment and also about how men often exaggerate their sexual prowess in the company of other men. Truth is, men who don't need to brag don't have to say anything at all. From 1962, with a cast of familiar faces including William Bendix, Jim Backus, Fred Clark, Zsa Zsa Gabor, and singer Patti Page. Boys' Night Out. Boys' Night Out was the first and last film produced by Kimco, Kim Novak's independent company. Novak made a couple more films in the 1960s, including Billy Wilder's Kiss Me Stupid, but she soon left Hollywood for a home in Northern California, Big Sur. For her co-star James Garner, Boys' Night Out catapulted him to Hollywood's A-list. Over the next 2 years, Garner starred in The Great Escape with Steve McQueen, the Americanization of Emily with Julie Andrews, as well as 2 movies with Doris Day, Move Over Darling and The Thrill of It All. Novak returned to Hollywood sporadically for projects like Third Girl from the Left, a TV movie, and the primetime TV soap Falcon Crest. Novak also visited us at the TCM Classic Film Festival back in 2012, where she sat down with Robert Osborne for an emotional extended interview that became a special on the channel. She also introduced a screening of Vertigo at the festival. Up next, a trip down Noir Alley with Humphrey Bogart and Alexis Smith.